knocked over Cammy too. It's all right. You can always redo the shelf, right? We're about to have some freaking fun. I'll tell you what. It's about to be fucking lit with the Marvel Legends up in here. We got Cap. We got Spider-Man. I got too much red going on here. Hold on a second. There we go. What's up, Kaiju Kitty? How's it going? I'm going to talk about these new Marvel vs. Capcom Marvel Legends. Because you know what? I just got a bunch in all at once. The main one being this guy right here. This chonky. You know I'm going to complain about how fucking big he is. Because he is too goddamn big. But I'll be damned if it isn't probably one of the best Marvel Legends that they've ever released. Honestly. It's just like... So my video is going to be up on Thursday for everybody. But, here's an early sneak preview of this Wolverine. It's crazy. So, like, you can see the butterfly joint comes... I mean, it's not a great butterfly joint. But the range on that single joint is pretty dang crazy. The main improvement here is there is a ball peg in the lower torso. What's up, Fallout fan? How's it going? So, with two ball pegs, you got the upper ball peg and the lower ball peg. No ab crunch. He goes forward that far, which is pretty crazy for a Marvel Legend. Back, not as far, but it's understandable. Completely understandable. Have a nice day. But this figure, I'm telling you, what's up? What's up, Richard? How's it going? All these Marvel vs. Capcom figures, they be freaking hitting. They be hitting hard. If I happen to see that Omega Red and War Machine 2-pack, I may just get it. I posted a short earlier. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kaiju. They went from the ground up and re-engineered this Wolverine. However, no boot swivel. So that's kind of shitty. I don't know why they refuse to do boot swivel for newer Wolverines. What's up, CJ? Thank you for popping in. It's always good to have a mod on hand. So, like, also good to see you, regardless of whether you are a mod or not. It's always good to see you, CJ. But, this Wolverine is... he's tall. That's my main problem with this figure. In fact, that's my only problem with this figure. Look at his thick thighs. Like, how's it going, Dragon? How are you? Just got this Wolverine today. My video is going up on Thursday for everyone, but channel members get to see it right now. So if you're interested, subscribe, become a channel member, all that good stuff. But look how tall Wolverine is. He's too tall. Wolverine is 5'4", or 5'3". Sorry, not even 5'4". He's 5'3", canonically in the comics. That's why it was such a kick to see that really short Wolverine in Deadpool versus Wolverine. He was pretty beefy for the game too. Yeah, he was beefy. They're all slightly bigger and beefier in the game because, they're exaggerated. It was, I think it was Japanese artists working on the game. I could be wrong. Kaiju might know. Yeah, the no boot swivel is what, and the size is what makes me say it's not a maximum Wolverine. And then you don't get anything else. You don't get an unmasked head. You don't get an alternate head with like a scowl or just a grimace or whatever. You do get these, which are cool. And they use the same stand. Sorry. They use the same stand as the Maximum Spider-Man. So if you have the third one, you can have both of these out and Silver Samurai's effect, which I don't even bother grabbing him. I didn't have him before, but he's still an older figure. He's not terrible, like he's fine, but we all know we're just here for Wolverine. Do I have Professor X? I do have Professor X. I can grab him, but he wasn't in Marvel vs. Capcom, but I also have this other Wolverine, so I guess it's fair. There you go. When a GSG, there is Professor. Oh, my lighting is hitting right now. Gamerverse Gambit would slap as long as they completely redid it. What's up, Spider Fan? Welcome. As long as they completely redid it. Gamerverse Gambit would slap. We don't need another re-release of the same Gambit. So here's the 97 Wolverine, X-Men 97 Wolverine. And you can see you can see the difference in size. I want to make sure his legs are fully extended. Hold on. Yeah, he's fine when he's crouched. Like, I'll get him crouching again, but I wanted to have him standing up straight. So y'all can see how much bigger. I don't have Weapon X Wolverine. I did. For me, I'm trying to limit what I have. The only reason I got another Tiger Stripe was because one of them was going to go on my comic shelf and one of them was going to go with Marvel vs. Capcom. And because this one's so big, he's sticking with Marvel vs. Capcom, which I guess is fine. And this Professor X has the Warlord extra head sculpt because it's smiling and it looks better to me rather than Professor X looking all like, I mean, I guess he is like that sometimes, but he'd rather be like, to me, my X-Men, and be smiling and stuff. So that's why I have that head on Charles. Then, hold on, let me grab. We'll get back to Wolverine. This guy, this Venom here. What's up, Virgo? How's it going? By the way, 24 watching. Let's go ahead and smash like for this little random Marvel vs. Capcom deep dive, because I'm gonna be on till like 9:30, and then I have to go to bed. So if y'all want to see some comparisons and hear me griping about this wave and also singing its praises, just stick around, subscribe, smash like. There's nothing special about Silver Samurai. It should have been Sabretooth. Gosh, I don't have an updated Sabretooth. I have the old Jim Lee one, and I really want that big one, that big bulky one for Marvel vs. Capcom. It's a muggy ass day in Georgia. I'm sure it is. So this is my problem with the Venom. First of all, they only included 2 hands in any Brock head sculpt that we've had before, but they redid the arms. They're pinless arms. Legs have pins in them. They have pins in them. You could have went the whole way, Hasbro, and they're going to be like, oh, well, we got to do the maximum. Well, when you do the maximum now at this point, you have to update this torso to be like Wolverine's. So you have to get rid of the ab crunch. You have to put this in there, the double barbell, double whatever you want to call it. And you have to get rid of the pins in the legs. And then you can call it a Max Venom. Do I hate this guy? Look at the green on his tongue. Of course I don't hate this guy. But he's not big enough and bulky enough for Marvel vs. Capcom. And on top of that, you got the pins on him. The dang pins. Yeah, fuck pins. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. So I genuinely like every single one of the Marvel vs. Capcom figures. Genuinely. I like them a lot. An articulated jaw would be nice as well. But they all have problems. Like Wolverine's too big. Venom has pinned legs. And then we can go to Captain America here. My problem with Captain America is that, they added the butterfly joints, but we're still stuck with just, look how crappy that ab crunch is and back. That's his torso articulation, and you got a waist swivel. They could have put a ball peg there, and they could have done the same system. They should have updated this whole torso. Hey, Leia, how's it going? It was a new torso anyway. By the way, my Captain America and Venom video is up for everyone right now, so don't go watch it right now. But if you feel like watching it afterwards, please go check it out. I think it's a good video. I think that my Wolverine and Silver Samurai video is good as well, but y'all can't see that until Thursday unless you become a channel member. And then the best, in my opinion, well, the Wolverine is still pretty good, but he should not be this tall next to Betsy. He should be shorter than Betsy, because Betsy is like 5'10", 5'11", something like that. She's a tall girl. Maybe 5'10", I don't know. But Wolverine should be like down to here. He should be short. Like even this one is too tall. The Rent is too damn tall. And I don't really like that X-Men 97 figure either. What's up, Ace? How's it going? Hello, Stefan. Welcome. I gave Legends another chance for Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm out again. I'm going to figure out what to do with Cable Mario and Spider-Man and just stick with Street Fighter and Godzilla. Kaiju, you're no fun. You gotta give Hasbro all your stinking money. You gotta give it all to them. It's what they want. You know what? I don't even care because I have a bunch of fun rearranging my shelf anyway. There goes Ryu. We're just gonna grab all, since you're talking about them. We're going to grab all the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff. 24 watching, smash the like. Even if you're on your way out, just make sure you show the love for all the Marvel Legends, because that's what this is all about, right? ToyTube? The freaking toys. Nothing else. Just fucking toys. Yeah. That's what it should be about anyway. And then you got your other social media sources for other stuff. But yeah, YouTube, just about toys, right? Silver Samurai's there. I'm good watching Neverending Story. Hell yeah, that's a good movie. I haven't seen that for a long time. You know who's in the corner here? This guy. He's watching everybody, like Sting and the Police. He'll be watching you. How do I get everybody in the shot? Because we're getting up in the numbers here. Yeah, I'm just grabbing all the Legends. Like, I literally just have redone the shelf because I got Captain America and Venom on Sunday, so I redid the shelf. And then I got Wolverine and Silver Samurai today, so I redid the shelf. Only time I give Hasbro all my money was for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Oh yeah, I missed the Lightning Collection. Talking about Marvel vs. Capcom, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Mr. Blackheart himself. Cool Build-A-Figure. I'm glad we got him. I'm surprised they didn't, also, I saw that The Amazing has Shumagorath, so that's pretty cool. I'm sure the review... So for me, I don't watch reviews of figures I'm gonna get, and I'm planning on getting Shumagorath, so I can't watch reviews. Blackheart, you have such a black heart. You're knocking things over. Leave Sam and Dean alone. It is on brand, but please. That's not what today is about. Today is about playing with toys and standing up. The toys standing up. Because Blackheart, you just did a doo-doo. I don't like you right now. You see what he does to me, y'all? This is my life 100% though. I stack them up and they fall down. A deluxe blue Blackheart would be cool. It would be. Knowing Hasbro, they'll get to it. They'll do a wave 2, considering this shit is doing gangbusters, as it should. If you're a 90s kid, this is right up your damn alley. I used to go to the rec center in my hometown, and they had the arcade, Marvel vs. Capcom, and then they had this cowboy game that was really fun. I played a lot of that, where you like run around and obviously do cowboy stuff, which is pew-pews, and it was like a side scroller, and I don't know what it was called. And they had Tekken. So I played a lot of those. A lot of Tekken. A lot of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And a lot of that cowboy game. And then at the Pizza Hut, when I would be doing my book club thing, turning in my reads to get a free pizza, I would be playing Mortal Kombat, because they had that on the arcade at Pizza Hut. So that's cool. We got Iron Man over here. Like I said, if I see that War Machine in Omega Red 2-pack, I will buy it. I will. I'm stupid. I'll do those things. I'm going to make a custom Jack figure from BioShock. Apparently Netflix is making a BioShock movie, and they're actually basing it on the first game. So that'll be interesting. 21 watching. Go ahead and smash like for Marvel vs. Capcom, because it's the 90s. We all love the 90s. The 90s were a better time. It was a more peaceful time. It's a lot less drama and bullshit in the world, you know? So actually, you know what? Smash like for the 90s. We got our Max Hulk as our Marvel vs. Capcom Hulk, because it's the closest thing we got with that head sculpt. Please do not I hate his toe joints. They're super loose. I have that iron. I love the Iron Man figure. Yeah, he also comes with this thing right here. This giant gun that goes pew pew. He comes with that. Who else do I have here? Who else did I rip my shelf apart for? Cable, Nathan Summers. Thanks, Ace. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. It was nice hanging out with you and talking the other day. We'll have to do it again. I'll have to have you on sometime. Do a thing. It'll be fun. And then we have, so my Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man, don't do it, Iron Man, I'm watching you, is the Renew Your Vows because, like I said, that Wolverine is too big. So upscale Spider-Man a little bit. He's still shorter than Captain America. He's taller than Wolverine. And yeah, I think that's all of the current Marvel Legends representations of Marvel vs. Capcom that we have right now. I'm pretty sure. Am I missing anybody? Oh no, hold on. Because I got this guy. And I left him out of photography until today. Because Wolverine. We got Scott Summers. All right, there we go. I really think toe joints add a lot to a figure. They do. It depends on how they're done though. Like the ones on Maximum Hulk, they will cause him to fall over because they're very loose, much like I will cause Spider-Man to fall over by moving stuff. But yeah, I think I got a pretty solid start to a Marvel vs. Capcom display. The only problem is the Street Fighter characters in Marvel vs. Capcom are the Street Fighter 2 Alpha versions, which fortunately 2 different companies are doing right now. Jada is doing them. They haven't made any yet. And then Storm Marina's Ken and Ryu are hitting right now. And those are the Street Fighter Alpha versions. And I really just want to stick with Jada. Like, I don't want to double dip on Street Fighter. But if I get the Alpha versions and the regular ones, like Cammy here, then I can have a regular Street... Because I did play a lot of Street Fighter 2. I played a lot on Super Nintendo at my dad's house. Screw my dad, but at least I have those memories of playing a bunch of awesome games. But I will build a regular Street Fighter display, and I will put the Alpha display with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Well, you know, Fallout fan, I had all of the Street Fighter characters up there, and then I looked at the roster for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the Jada Toy Street Fighters are not in the game. So, no, not all the Alpha designs. Chun-Li is the Street Fighter 2 design. Cammy is the Alpha design. Ryu is the Alpha design. Ken is the Alpha design. Akuma is the Street Fighter 2 design, which is the same as the Alpha design, essentially. I'm sticking with Jada. They look good to me. I still have Vega in my pile loot, but I'm waiting for 91 Godzilla and Ghidorah. Yeah, it's better to wait. I've spent a lot of money on shipping the last couple weeks because I got Shaggy, I shipped them separately. I got Wolverine and Silver Samurai, and I shipped them separately. And then I got Frazetta Conan, and I shipped him separately. I should get another YouTube payout this month, so I don't know. I'm going to probably hold on to that and wait for pre-orders to hit so that I have that. So this is even too big for Wolverine, but, you know, I really think that Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine is fucking great. It's an awesome figure. It definitely has improvements. It's got some problems. Mostly the only problem is that it's too big. And that he knocked over Spider-Man. That's the other problem. I am not putting these back on my shelf tonight. I've done that twice in the last 2 days. I'm not doing it tonight. Not doing it. Ugh, Silk Song is so hard. Oh, Kaiju, I know, right? It's not much. It's like enough for a couple figures or groceries if you need it or whatever. So, you know, it just helps keep the channel going. Like this is the most figures I've gotten in like 3 or 4 months Because like I said, I got this, I got Venom and Cap, I got Frazetta Conan, I got Shaggy. Oh yeah, by the way, my Shaggy video's not up yet, but um I choose to monetize them because if I can get a little bit back from buying toys as a source of revenue, it's great. And then, the channel memberships, I try to offer shit for that, and I appreciate anyone that does it. But hard times out here for a toy collector, I'll tell you what. I need a better job. I only work part-time. But it would be nice if eventually this could become my part-time gig, and then I have another part-time gig. We can talk about this really quick because I think, once again, this is Jada right here. Jada does some awesome stuff. The only problem I have with this Shaggy is that they didn't launch Scooby at the same time because, like, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You is the title of the show, but it shouldn't be the title of the toy line. We need Scooby-Doo. They did two monsters and Shaggy. And I think that Zoink Scoob. What's up, Dave? I think that for the Scooby-Doo waves, at least until you get the gang out, maybe you should just do two of the gang and then one monster. I think that would have been better. I know they were trying to really nail down the articulation on Scooby, but he looked pretty good at San Diego Comic-Con other than the pins. But I'm sure they'll fix that. But I get that. I just don't like restricting myself with my videos. I'm looking into selling merch. You should definitely sell shirts with your art on them. For sure. I have this Scooby-Doo. He's too small, but he could be like a puppy Scooby-Doo or a teenage Scooby-Doo. I got that from Burger King when I was like, when did it come out? I think it said 94. 1995. So I was 4 years old. And I've had that Scooby-Doo since I was 4 years old because I've always wanted a Scooby-Doo toy line. And now we've got the Ultimate Power Shaggy. If you know, you know. But we don't have Scooby. So you feel they are worth the price to it. So that's a loaded question, Dave, and we can talk about it. So with Jada Toys. All right, well, let's look at the Marvel Legends 2-packs for a prime example. So those are $60 or $59.99. All of them have been so far. Thanos, Psylocke, Wolverine, Silver Samurai, Cap, Venom. Those have been $60. As of right now, well, not anymore. But as of the last wave of pre-orders for Marvel Legends, excluding, not talking about this new comic book wave, figures are $25.99. So you were already getting an $8 markup for a 2-pack when it comes to Marvel Legends for the $60 price point. That being said, Jada Toys has been $30 since earlier this year when they launched Blanca and Sagat. And then Vega also came out at $30. Close to $70 after taxes and possible shipping. Yeah. So more. And the thing about that is it costs a lot more for Jada to produce their toys than it does for Hasbro to produce their toys. Because Hasbro, you go to the store, you don't find the toy. That's not because they didn't make enough. That's because whatever store you're going to, their distribution fucking sucks. And they didn't order enough, or they ordered enough, but they all sold out, so they didn't order anymore, and they gotta wait. With Jada, you get a bunch of figures all at once, and then you gotta wait for the reissue. Like, you gotta wait a couple months. Hasbro, the reissues come within weeks because they have way more stock than Jada does. So a smaller company like Jada, the bottom line is gonna be way more for them to make money, to do new molds, to do distribution, shipping, and all that stuff. So do I think Jada are worth it for $30? No. But at the same time, I'd rather pay Jada $30 than pay Hasbro $30. I hope that makes sense. What's up, Transformer Joe? How's it going? I was just talking about the ins and outs of costs of toys and whether they're worth it or not. I don't think that any mass retail toy that we're getting that you see in front of you, all of these, the Jadas, the Marvel Legends, any store that you can go into Target, and pick up, or GameStop and pick up, or whatever. I mean, even some imports, SH Figure Arts, I don't know, they show up in Target, but those SH Figure Arts are generally like the $35 Dragon Ball ones, or the $35. Allison's here. What? Where's Allison at? Hi, Allison. I saw your name and I was like, what? I didn't see her. So no, I don't think that any of these figures are worth $30. But the thing is, a company's got to make money. Hasbro's making way more per figure than Jada is, that's for sure. And Jada also went up to price $30 before Hasbro, because Hasbro's sitting at $27.99 right now. I'm not saying that's going to last. It'll probably be more by the end of the year or the beginning of next year because of the whole situations that are happening. Your Target doesn't even have NECA figures anymore. Yeah, that's then. I think that's down to NECA. Like, maybe if they're not selling at that Target and Target's marking their shit down for clearance, they probably just don't give them the inventory, you know? Like, the distribution goes somewhere else. And then you get other problems. Like, and the main problem is distribution. In most cases, when you can't find a toy, it's not because they didn't make enough. It's because the distribution is bad. So, as an example, someone last year found at their Ross a bunch of the Target exclusive Black Widow. The one on the new updated deluxe body, the, pinless ultra articulation butterfly joints. They found like 10 to 15 of those at Ross for like $6.99 a piece. And that's because I guarantee you the Target that they dumped them at that is in the area, or that happens to ship to that Ross that may not even be in that area, but that's just where they get their inventory from. That was a place that has no collectors, that have no interest in Marvel Legends, and it essentially got dumped there to die. And Target couldn't move them at clearance, so what they did was they shipped them off to Ross for way cheaper than they got them for, and said, well, we lost some money on that. And it's crazy because that figure was desirable. You can't find it for under $60 right now. Love Scooby-Doo as a kid way back in the 70s, so I doubt I'd be able to resist some of them. I just want the gang and like 2 monsters, and I think I'll be good. Like, you don't even see half my power, man. Zoinks. That was terrible, Shaggy. I'm sorry. I apologize, Matthew Lillard. I've offended you. I know I have. But yeah, I think that back to Marvel versus Capcom and Hasbro. I think that even though Hasbro has made a couple of misfires in this Marvel versus Capcom wave, like for instance, Cap's shield, I'm not using the shield that he came with because it's too small. The shield is not big enough. I never see Marvel Legends at Ross. I haven't either. I've seen a couple of McFarlane things. My Rosses are pretty terrible though, so I can't vouch for everyone's, but mine for sure. You don't see a lot of good stuff. But I think that the Hasbro Marvel vs. Capcom stuff is pretty good. I think that they're doing a good job with it. NECA are running at $66.70 here in Ireland. Getting stuff like NECA, you got to go to comic stores over here, and less than less toy stores here in Ireland are doing Marvel Legends, and you're looking 30. Yeah, that's a lot of the case for European collectors. They get the shit end of the stick when it comes to a lot of stuff. Because they don't even have like a Hasbro UK, I don't think, do they? Not that that would help you, because I wouldn't know if that would ship to Ireland anyway, because y'all aren't, you're Ireland. I would say you're part of the EU, not the UK. I would say these figures are better than the Hot Toys Marvel characters, mainly because it's cheaper. And that's the thing, like, are Marvel Legends more expensive? Yes, but are they the cheapest option for pretty decent figures right now? Yes. Like, you can go the CT Toys route, but this is just an imitation Mafex. That's all it is. Just the way it's going right now. I'm hunting bargains and stop buying all the repaints and slight. Yeah, that's where they get me, because I'm like, this will be the perfect one, and it's generally not. This is a good Wolverine, but it's also a knockoff. They copied the homework, used better materials than a knockoff generally would, and the product is decent. It feels like an action figure, but I didn't want a bunch of different brands on my... So Toys at Ross come from Target. Some of them, the Toys at Ollie's come from Ollie's and Ross. They come from Target. They come from Walmart. It's just the stuff that they've had in the back, or the stuff... So, like, when they get their stock and it sits on the pegs, they have more of that in the back, like pallets sometimes, because especially during the pandemic... And that's why you're going to see, we can get into the politics of toy distribution, all that stuff. That's why you're going to see less and less stuff showing up at Ross and Ollie's. Like, you'll still see stuff every once in a while. There'll be some hot deals. But you're not going to get every wave 5 to 6 months later like we did the last couple years. Simply because Hasbro is not going to make as much stuff. And it's also very expensive. So... I don't know. I don't know what that's going to mean for discount stores. There's not going to be as many toys. A lot of the stuff that they're making, they're going to make sure that they're making more higher demand stuff, so there's less waste. And another thing you got to understand about like discount stores is people are like, oh, Hasbro must hate this. Mattel must hate that their stuff is at Ollie's. It doesn't matter to them. They've already made their money. When those things go to retail, so like say Target orders a bunch of toys, as soon as Target orders them and they're shipped to them, that is their problem. Hasbro already made their money off of Target, so they don't need to worry about that bottom line. They don't need to worry about any of that stuff. They made their money. They got it off of the retailer. Now the retailer pays significantly less than we do for a toy, so when they sell something off, it's not as big a loss. But you sell a bunch off to Ross, you make some of that money back. I'm in California. We are spoiled. Our Rosses are stacked with McFarlane, Marvel, Legend, Super 7, Bandai, Jax. That's because y'all get a lot of the stuff first, because the shipping containers come from that side of the world and then go outwards. So I'm sure a lot of the distribution favors y'all. And then when they get more, and people don't order more, it sits there, and then it goes to y'all's areas, Ross. And that's not a fact. That's just how it probably works. Hunting the Fist Ninjas at Ollie's. But yeah, I saw someone got like fucking 8 of those the other day. That's a nice find for an army builder for, I guess they're what, $10? Just watch when Ollie's figures are $15 and you're like, wow, what a deal. Then you know we're in real fucking trouble. Looking at Smythe's here, I torn about getting the new Bernthal Punisher. I want him, but I'm not sure to fork out 33 for him. I'll say this. If you want the figure, you should buy it. And just make sure that that's the one that you're going to stick with. Don't be like, oh, look, there's a new Punisher out. I can get that one too. I mean, you can do that if you want. But for me, like, I've done a lot of selling off older figures. I've gotten rid of so many Wolverines, so many Spider-Mans, so many Star Wars figures just because I wanted the next one and I get rid of the old one. And I've done that over and over and over again. So I would say that right now at the place that we're in with toys and how they're engineered and how they come out and how they work, and generally they're good, I would say get that Punisher. Just because you don't know if he's going to sell out and you'll be able to get him. And then don't get another MCU Punisher because you have one. I, however, am going to get rid of my old Daredevil Wave Punisher and Daredevil once the new ones come out and not follow my own advice. So yeah, that's there's my insight into toy collecting in the toy industry, etc., etc. Hopefully that's a little informative and not too off base. I also have this figure right here, which, so I said I didn't want to mix lines, but Storm Arena is the one that's making Darkstalkers. So when they make Felicia and they make Morgan and they make the Pharaoh guy, Lord knows I need them for Marvel vs. Capcom because the arena will be in 1/12. This Morgan is too big, but that means that she has big cake. So that's fine, I guess, right? For anyone just popping in now, I'm sorry that this is what you're... Well, I'm not sorry. There's no need to be sorry. She's a succubus. It's what she does. It's what she does. But she's too tall. That is why... reason. That is why she's on her knees. Because she's towering above everybody. And she's supposed to be small and petite. With some high heels that turn into blades and will chop your face off. What's up, Joseph? How's it going? But yeah, I do like this Morgan figure. She's just too big. But, haha, but, get it? We can leave her like that for now. Oh, by the way, trash picture. So, did your girlfriend figure out her channel? I hope that it's okay. I hope that that's not still occurring right now. No, I swear. I swear. All right, not to be, but they showed the player 2 cami repaint, right? I swear they redid the legs. I think she has more cake. I think they cut this out and I think they gave her a bigger butt. And I may have to buy the player 2 to figure it out. I mean, I could watch other people's videos too. It's essentially the same figure. So I don't have to buy it. But how's it going, Joseph? How are you? Smash like, hit subscribe if you're new here. Lots of toy content all the time. Yeah. I just put up my Marvel vs. Capcom reviews. So I got 3 out of the 4 sets that are out right now. I don't have War Machine and Omega Red, and I probably won't get them unless I see them somewhere. But there's some cake for everybody. I hope y'all like cake. But yeah, that looks a little weird that they... I don't think the new camis like that. I think that they... More cake? Yeah, there's always more cake. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Oh, Cammy, what are you doing? Don't do that. Wolverine, he's trying to get a piece of the cake. He's got the knives to cut it, so I guess that's why. I had trouble making Cammy stand my last live stream in here. But when I put her on the shelf, you know what? Let's try it this way. Maybe that's the problem. Because I know she'll just stand on... Yeah, see, look. It's not me. It's not you, it's me. Chun-Li is not... She's more modest, so... She was well stocked to begin with. Absolutely. There's Chun-Li's cake. Wolverine, stop. Stop. You're doing too much. You're doing too much like a lot of men tend to do. Just way too much. And not in the right way. I really like the outfit that Cammy, the Alpha Cammy suit is. So hopefully when Jada does that figure, they do it justice. Because I really want the Alpha line to round out my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. Hey, Jenna, how's it going? Welcome. Glad to see you. Just been talking about toys. I got a lot of toys here. I got a whole lot of toys, y'all. I don't think you know. One day, it'll be nice to have a room where they're all in one room. But right now, they're all in a bunch of different rooms. So... my collection is kind of disjointed and it bums me out. But, get it? But, booty, haha. I have some cool shit in here though. There's a litter box too. But you know, there's the remnants of my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf because I just tore it apart for this live stream. Once again, there's the ones that aren't in the game, so they don't get to play with the other kids. There's my Smash Brothers and other 90 nostalgia stuff. And that's all in this room. Diorama, you know. But I like these little live streams in here. Because when I do my normal live streams sitting in front of the computer, YouTube doesn't push out to as much to a bunch of random people. It instead sticks to my subscribers and channel members and all that stuff. But when you go vertical, people are scrolling through their phone and stuff, and then it catches their eye, and then like, oh, what's this? And then they subscribe, and you know, if you go through and you watch more content, and you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. But if you do like it, you just stick around. Did I talk about these? I talked about these at the beginning. I don't think I talked about Cap though. I kind of did, but I really do like this Captain America. So, I got this one. Ow, my back. Don't get old, y'all. Don't get old. I hurt my neck at work today. That was a lot of fun. Chun-Li, don't do it. Oh, Lord. You know, it is what it is. But this is the Secret Wars cap and the new one, and they're like the same exact height. I know Robo said that the legs were the same, and I think the legs are the same, but the boots are different. So the boots are new, the torso is new, the arms are new, and that screaming head sculpt is new. And someone told me that the screaming head sculpt, that's how it starts. One falls, then they all fall over. Yep, that's how it goes. Someone told me that Captain America head was the screaming head just with the cowl put over it from the Punisher. I want to see if that's true. I want to do a little myth busting here while I have you before I have to go to bed. I think they're different. They're definitely different. This is more animated, and the Punisher has a more realistic kind of look. I mean, they have the same exact expression, essentially, but they may have used it for reference, but they definitely resculpted it for Cap. And it's a nice screaming Captain America head. It works pretty well. But like I said, for all these figures, these are all on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. They don't go on my regular Legends shelf, except for Cyclops, because so I pre-ordered that Jean, Marvel Girl, and Cyclops with the full head cover. I ordered that 2-pack, and that's going to be the Cyclops on my shelf because Secret Wars Cyclops outfit is the GOAT. And that's the Cyclops I want. And then I'll put this one on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. But until then, he's going to be on my X-Men shelf. Because Jean would get cold at night if she didn't have Scott next to her. I keep her and Logan apart for a reason. Ouch. Yo, like I said, don't get old. 34 is not it. It is not it. Oh, I gotta put Punisher back too. So there you go, myth busted on that. It's not the same head sculpt, although they are similar, so I can understand why, goddamn it, in the Lord in hell, Elektra, what is wrong with you? Stay next to your devil man. Your devil boo thing, Daredevil, stay with him. Like I said, he wouldn't want to be cold at night either, like Jean. That's what happens. I take something off. I take something off the shelf, and then I accidentally knock stuff over, and then I get really mad and start cussing. And that is what being a collector is all about. Just that. All right. Well, I do have to work in the morning, so I should wrap this up here pretty soon. I just figured, you know what? I ain't got nothing to do. Let me go live for a little bit. I have stuff to talk about. Just toy stuff, which is nice. But yeah, I'm really digging the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff. I hope they do more. I know, like I said, D Amazing got his Gigantos Shumagorath, whatever you want to call it. And people are getting their hands on Juggernaut as well. And those both look really freaking cool. That Juggernaut would definitely go on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. I have the Build-A-Figure. Max, do more? What do you mean do more? Me or Hasbro? How's it going, Max? There's more for you. More cake. More cake, everybody. Leia's got a nickname for you, Fezlord. There's the cake show. So yeah, I dig the Marvel vs. Capcom line. I think that it's got flaws, as all toy lines or sublines or whatever you want to call them do. Wolverine is ghastly when it comes to scaling. Like, he's way too big. It's way too big. You wouldn't guess how big he is unless you saw him. Well, you can see him. He's right here. You are the Fez Lord, Max. That's right. So I like this Wolverine. I do. I just wish he was that they had, and maybe, you know, for mold. I can't talk. Am I buggy, Max? Is my phone bugging out? Maybe for the maximum mold, they'll shrink this down a little bit and give us the right sized Wolverine. That would be good for me. Should I buy another Wolverine? No. But will I? Probably. You want to know why? Because I'm a toy loving idiot. As hopefully, if you're watching this, you are as well. Because toys are what makes it all worth it. At least for now. You can only distract yourself for so long, right? But it is what it is. I'm gonna wrap up here pretty soon because I do have to work in the morning. God, I got what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Got 4 more days of work. Oh joy. Oh joy. I should try to make it an hour. You know what? Let me try. Let me know. Am I buggy, Max? Were you saying something else, or is my stream being buggy? I would like to know. All right, how we're gonna spend the last 10 minutes is putting my shit back on the shelf. We're gonna put my shit back on the shelf because I took it down for this live stream, and by God, we're gonna put it back up on the live stream. Now, all about the accessories. Absolutely, accessories are indeed. That's why I wanted to give more room on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, because I wanted to let some of the accessories and stuff shine. All right, we had Max Hulk back. Maximum Hulk. Maximilian back here with his toe joints that make him want to fall over like a loser. This is where the fun begins. Yeah, Leia, you know how it goes. I swear, this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've done this shelf on stream. I'm such a loser. I'm such a loser. Can I do this without knocking anybody over that's on the shelf already? We shall see. Thanos goes right there. Me Blackheart. Mr. Crowley. He can go tuck himself away behind Hulk. I took a photo for my thumbnail for Cap, and Blackheart was in the back, and it kind of scared me because I was looking at the picture and the lighting was so like washed out in the back. Well, not really washed out. He's just really dark. Like if you have the ring light dim and stuff, you're not gonna see Blackheart in a photo because he just kind of like Big League Cake. This is where the fun begins. What is Big League Cake? Big League Cake. Venom can go right there. Not can, that's where he was. I'm trying to put these all back where they were because I had them all on the shelf. And it's because of y'all that they're no longer there. Silver Samurai, because I love y'all and I want to show y'all how these figures look before you watch the reviews. Or if you've already watched them like channel members, then, you know, you're just getting an extra special dose of this, whatever the fuck this is. You're a winner in my heart. Well, I appreciate that. I think we're all winners here. I think in this stream tonight, on this day, we're all winners. We all have our issues. We all make our mistakes, but we're all still winners. And that's what matters on the inside, right? I'll put Cable back there. And I'm going to move Guile back because he's kind of tall. And, yeah, he's kind of tall. That's why. That's the whole reason. That's it. There's no more to the story. Okay, this is the tricky part. I have to get this up like as soon as possible because otherwise I will forget. And then I'll be like, I did it! Why do I have so much more room? And it's because, Riley, you forgot the giant pew pew. So Tony, with his modular armor and his giant pew pew, will go right here. Knock Guile over, knock himself over. Use your feet, Tony. You're not Charles. You're not Professor Xavier. Use your damn feet. Thank you. Thank you. Guile, stay. Use your feet as well. All right. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm too old for fun, but I'll take the win. You know what? You take all the wins, Max. Take all the W's you want. We've got plenty here at Rowdy Riles channel. All W's all the time. And if it may not seem that way at first, it turns out to be that way later. So that's just how I feel. Who do we got next? Who's going up next, Beach? I think that Marrow was like somewhere around here. Because she got bones and stuff. Not that it has anything to do with where she is, but she does have bones and stuff. I mean, technically, we all have bones and stuff. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. Psylocke. Miss Betsy Braddock with the cake. Oh, I forgot to show y'all the Psylocke cake when they were all over in the cake zone. There you go. She's in the cake zone now. We're all in the cake zone now, and that's I can't read these upside down, and that's bottom line because Rowdy Riles said so. And that's the bottom line. Yeah, cake. You're in the cake zone now, Psylocke. That should be a new part of my channel. Cake zone when I do my videos. Just a quick cake shot of whatever figure it is. Doesn't matter who it is. Some people roll like that anyway, so. Spider-Man, where you gonna go, buddy? All right, we're gonna move Ken over. Ken and Ryu, they're besties. They love each other. Spider-Man can go right here in front of the Shoryuken and her Durkin and her Durkin Birkin. Her Birkin. Sorry if that offended anybody. I don't know if it would, but it may. And I apologize. She's thicker than Warbird, right? Yeah, 100% thicker than Warbird. I would say, you know what? Here's Warbird, but I'm not going to be a dumbass again. You can't catch me this time. I won't do it. All right, I think we're doing pretty good here on the placement. Wolverine was right here under the Silver Samurai. And then the cool thing that I had on the shelf was I had his little cake farts. What the fuck? Little cakefarts.com. I had these, and then he took a Wolverine. Stop it. You're being difficult. You're being difficult. And I don't like it. I want you to be a good Wolverine. Not a bad one. Okay. Let's fix that. Before we go to cakefarts.com. Oh, something wrong with me, y'all. Something horrendously wrong with me. But we're all about that here at Rowdy Riles channel. If there's something horrendously wrong with you, subscribe. Because you're welcome here. And it may not even actually be horrendously wrong with you. It may just be according to other people who don't matter, indeed. And in fact. So, it's probably them, not you. So, become a channel member. I mean, a subscriber. And then become a channel member if you really, really feel inclined to do so. Because you get early reviews and exclusive live streams and other videos and other such things and such not and whatnots. So, you know, sometimes you just decide to randomly go live and it works out because we've had an audience watching and I know you could be other places, but I appreciate you being here with me, watching me put this shelf back together. We've got a couple figures left. All right. Okay. In the home stretch here. So I think that we're going to approach this like rational adults, right? So Cammy should also be in the cake zone with Psylocke. So we're going to put, there you go. Stand up, girl. We're going to put Cammy there in the cake zone. We're going to put Chun-Li also in the cake zone. We're going to move Mega Man at some point. Come on, Chunny. There we go. Mega Man with his little blue blast can go there. And then Dalsim You know what? Spider-Man's going to get more off-centered, so he's not blocking Wolverine. And Dalsim can go right on the end. And I think that it's as good. Oh, fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. No. I forgot her. I forgot Morgan. Oh, fuck. What am I going to do here? No. Riley. You dumb bitch. I love you, but you're a stupid whore. Just kidding. Morgan can go right there. MJ may be a little mad at Peter for that, but Dalsim can go. Look at that. You see? We work together and we can do great things. Mega Man is lucky to be in the cake zone. Indeed he is. He's all up in the cake zone. Psylocke is a little... Let me... Alright, good enough. Alright. I think that we have solved world peace. Rowdy ain't wrong. I'm getting that t-shirt. Cake zone. We're in the cake zone, everybody. Alright, so I put the shelf back together. We're almost to an hour, which means that I'm going to hop off of here in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. 3 minutes and 30 seconds because I'm tired and I got to go to bed. But really quickly, I just redid this shelf because I knocked all my Pokemon over putting these guys up. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to redo the whole thing. And then we got the Street Fighter characters that are not in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 right here. And it's, God, you know, I remember playing Street Fighter. I remember playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I always remember playing as Blanca in one of them, which was probably Street Fighter 2, because he's not in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. About time I dusted that shelf. Listen here, Max. My Marvel Legends shelf is dust-free because I knock these shelves over daily. You want to see dust? When I do my Toy Biz Lord of the Rings video finally, I'm going to have fucking allergies for like a week. Because those old Toy Biz figures are so gummy now, they just pick up dust. I don't know how I'm going to clean them off without messing up like the paint or whatever. Like I'm going to have to figure it out. But I do want to get that Toy Biz Lord of the Rings video done because I'm really passionate about that toy line. When I went to Attorney of Dreams the other day, they had the old Balrog that Toy Biz made, which is fucking humongous. Like, think of all right, so it's like twice the size of this Marvel Universe Galactus. So it's pretty damn big. That's what she said. And the reason that these boxes are here is so my stupid cat, whichever one it is, doesn't mark the villains' territory because they did it once and I was very upset and I had to wash all of my figures in the whole shelf at the bottom. So that was fun. Toy Biz had plenty of wins. Yeah, but their biggest win was that Lord of the Rings line. I just went so hard as a kid. I would do photography and, well, quote unquote photography. But I love those toys. I love those movies. I think that well, it's not much of a display right now. I need to get a real shelf for them. They're just sitting on top of my shelf in the living room collecting dust. But I have Treebeard and I have a bunch of, you know, all the characters. And I love Lord of the Rings. Oh, Cyclops has to go back on the shelf with his boo. Oh, precision. With precision. What are you doing, Gene? You're going to get your arm cut off. But yeah. That old Iceman, if I get the retro card one, this one's going to go on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf because he's in Marvel vs. Capcom. But yeah, if you haven't smashed like yet, make sure you smash it. We got about 45 seconds before I'm outie this shouty. Shield over there. You see that? We got Shield. Let me just stand up real quick for y'all. For you, the people. 2 of my favorite characters, and 3 actually, because She-Hulk's down there. Those are my 3 favorite Marvel characters. Spider-Man, She-Hulk, and Moon Knight. But yeah, got lots of plastic crack in here. I do pretty much have everything. But yet, Leia, I still want more. And that's the problem with society today. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this was fun and entertaining and informative when it comes to these guys. I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good rest of the week. I'm not doing a live stream tomorrow because schedules change and all that stuff. So, not going to do anything. That's why I did this tonight. You got this to look at. I'm going to make a thumbnail for it with this display really quick. So thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate every single one of you, new subscribers, old subscribers alike, channel members, friends, foes. I appreciate the engagement. I love y'all. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ community. If you're protesting, be safe. I will see you next time, and